Welcome back to another episode of We Talk Fit
with Mish and Dean.
Right. Oh, so embracing technology and AI and all things modern, because I'm such a tech savvy guy, I've asked ChatGPT for 5 current engaging questions related to fitness.
Okay.
So we're going to see what it comes up with. And then we can just talk about each one. Right. So the first one, apparently, according to the man upstairs, wearable tech and data. Okay. Do you think fitness wearables and AI-driven tracking are genuinely helping people train smarter, or are they just another distraction?
I think they're helping people. AI-driven data, though, tracking devices.
I'm not entirely sure what it means by that, to be honest with you.
Yeah, so I think things like your Garmin watches, your polar wearables, things like that, I think definitely have a place, especially when you got certain targets to hit.
Yep.
And can help you reach different goals and stuff, depending on what it is for. If that's going to be beneficial to your goals. However, I think it can be distracting for those people that are just getting started and just need to typically get some more steps in, some more movement in, and are still learning how to train and things like that. I think that can be a bit distracting. But yeah, that's sort of, I think it helps.
Yeah, I agree with all of that. I often, with any technology-based stuff, I can't even remember who said it, but it was a quote from somewhere, is technology can be an amazing tool, but can be an even greater master. And I think if you really look into that, I would agree. If you're tracking some metric, that's brilliant, because you've got something that's repeated often enough that it's a very accurate set of data. You know if something's improving or decreasing, or. But I also think there's just as valid a point of not letting that dictate everything you do. So be very aware of some of those things,
like being able to pull back from pushing when you shouldn't be pushing.
Yeah, like lots of people track. I know lots of coaches, particularly high-end athletes and stuff, fighters and things like that, they'll use HRV as a real sort of metric to know when it's the right time to push.
If you're actually recovering or not.
Yeah. Now, it's worth being aware that it's not actually the number. They're possibly not bothered what that number is, if it's 100, 150, 180. But it's, if you've got a number, you know where it sits normally. And I think people get confused between those two things. Sometimes that number's not actually that accurate. Like your resting heart rate on a treadmill, for instance, might not be your actual resting heart rate. But if that's a number that you know most often it hits that number, and then suddenly it's not there, then you know there's a difference.
Yeah.
But sometimes people can get a bit lost with what that actual number is, and then they get too consumed by
the metrics and
the metrics.
Those numbers, and not actually. Yeah, I can agree with that. Yeah.
We were chatting on the recovery one we did. We were chatting about performances. To me, performance is the best indicator. So if you're under recovered, overtrained, and your performance is shithouse, then that's the best indicator.
Yeah.
Regardless of what your smartwatch is telling you, if you've completed the ring of activity or whatever.
Yeah, I can agree with that one.
Pretty happy with that one?
Yeah, what else did it sort of say on that? Where's the question? See if I missed anything.
Generally helping people train smarter, or are they just another distraction? So I think, we've kind of touched on they can be distracting, so it's worth being aware of it.
Not letting it control.
Yeah.
Absolutely everything. Like I know that some people with certain tracking devices, whether it's not even just your wearables and stuff like that, but they'll get absolutely consumed in some sort of tracking system metric, and not actually just so consumed with that and not actually be able to live their life.
Yeah, I tell you what, the way you just put that there as well. It's worth noting, you know, when we were, the last episode, we were talking about recovery and how stress can be one of those factors that depletes recovery. If you're using a device to track metrics to help performance, but then you're so consumed with worry over that metric, you're adding a stress.
Adding a stressor.
Which is then going to like deteriorate your recovery. So that's also the other side of it.
Yeah. Yep.
No, that's a good one. Question number 2, strength training boom. With strength training becoming more mainstream, especially amongst women, is this a lasting cultural shift or just a current trend?
Oh, that's interesting.
Thoughts, queries, concerns?
Basically a current trend or just a long last. Okay.
I think generally it's going the right way.
I think it should, well, hard to predict the future, isn't it? But I think it will be more long lasting because people are going to be feeling a lot better on themselves. They're going to be chatting about it, telling their friends how they're feeling, how their strength's gone up, how they can do things in life that they couldn't do before. You know, so you're going to have that massive positive impact from it. And I think it will be a trend.
Yeah.
Not a decline later on.
I think generally, because there's a lot of coaches that cross between like the mental space of I don't know, without trying to sound cliche, like owning your destiny, getting after it and all that stuff. They're crossing from that realm into the fitness realm as well. And it's kind of how the two are so synergistic. So
connected.
Your body's better, you're more able to perform in this realm. If your mind space is better, you're more able to perform here.
Yeah.
So that can only be a good thing because they are so closely linked. Then with regards, like, if we want to look at, I try not to look at female only like stuff. I don't want to make it all about women or all about men, but it is really cool that there is a lot of women out there getting like super strong, jacked. Like depending on what you're after and what your goals are, and being the father of a young girl, like we've talked about aspirational stuff. I want my daughter to see you training, to see her mum training, to see like friends that I have, like just getting after it, working really hard, putting themselves through discomfort, but getting like real good reward for it, being strong and healthy and fast and capable.
So that cliche saying.
Those are the best messages.
Be uncomfortable now so you're comfortable later, and or be comfortable now so you're uncomfortable later.
Yeah. That's the sort of message that we should be pushing most people represent, so that the younger generations can see that. And that's boys, girls, whatever. You know, without trying to make it a gender thing, but you know, there's still a part of the world that still follows some of the old school beliefs about, you know, cardio and dieting, and
there's still a lot of that and
those
myths. I don't want to lift weights because I don't want to look bulky.
I think it's worth crediting as well, like, not that it's kind of our realm, but like the CrossFit stuff as well, that's probably helped a lot with that. So you've got athletic women, or young women, that can do, it's not just full-blown resistance training, it's still very athletic. And so that's probably helped with that big cultural shift as well.
And I think now with the new trend of high rocks becoming so popular, you've got such a mix in that field.
Yeah.
And because that's become popular, and you've got a lot of non-bulky women training in it, people going, oh, I can do that.
I can get after that.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a bit too much running involved in the high rocks for me. Like,
there's a lot
not enough ball-related stuff, but yeah. So what do we think? Lasting cultural shift or current trend? I think it is generally.
I think it'll be a lasting cultural shift, whether or not the numbers go up or down, but I think it'll be.
Generally speaking, it's a good thing.
Yeah.
No, cool. Well, we've kind of just done a podcast on this, but not that it's out yet, but recovery and recovery tools like cold plunges, massage guns, sleep tech are everywhere. Are they worth the hype, or should people just focus on the basics?
Basics first and foremost.
Definitely.
100% basics. If you haven't got the basics down, why are you adding all these other little trends and stuff to help when you could be at that point without them?
Yeah.
Anyway,
So I'd say the same with
eat, sleep, etc. Train, all of that first.
Yeah.
Then look at how you can.
the same like answer that I give anybody about it's not even just recovery, like training, diet, whatever. Pull the big levers first.
Yeah.
And once you've done those, then worry about the small things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
If something like a cold plunge makes you feel better, then it's going to have probably more of a mental benefit than it is what it's actually doing to your body for recovery. But again, we went into depth on this last one. But if you're thinking a cold plunge is going to help you recover better, but you're training 6 days a week and on the 7th day you go and do a 14k run, it ain't going to be the cold plunge that fixes you. It's going to be when you decide to take something out of your routine and actually recover, rest rather than recover.
Yeah.
The most of the recovery tools that it said, like, that's what they are. The little, I don't use the word gimmicks, but
they're your small levers if you want to put it like that, but not even
so minute. In the great scheme of things, they're so small the differences they would make, which might work if you're at the very top end and you're looking for those small things. But if we're looking at Gen Pop, pull the big levers first.
Mm-hmm. Like you say, if you feel like it helps you mentally, go for it, do it. But yeah, basics first, 100%.
Coolio. So, not necessarily high rocks, but hybrid training models. With more people mixing gym, home workouts, and outdoor training, is the future of fitness less about one place and more about flexibility? I feel if it works with someone's schedule, I have no issue with varying training location or type. I've got lots of people, like clients, that have done, they might do Muay Thai and then they might do resistance training, and it might be across a week.
Resistance is always going to help them. It's only going to help and benefit their Muay Thai anyway.
My concern with different locations would be it's very easy to go from, I make this work here and I make this work here, to suddenly the norm being very sporadic.
Mm-hmm.
And structure kind of would fall out the window.
Yeah, more likely to follow something if it's structured.
So there's a difference between saying, right, so if I said to you, can you write me a program? I want to train 3 days a week. I can come to the gym twice a week and I've got a fully decked out home gym.
Fair.
Right, so you know what you can program for me.
Mm-hmm.
The structure can be set and then the location doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But if there's a difference between that and someone saying, oh, I'm going to do 2 gym sessions a week and I might do some stuff at home with some weights that I've got. Because then what are they going to do on that 3rd day? Even if you do write a program for them.
Yeah.
You can see the message in there straight away is very different.
They're not ready to commit yet.
Yeah,
at the end
probably.
Of the day. Like, they're not ready to fully commit that 3rd day anyway. Especially when you say that where you straight up might do something at home.
Yeah.
You're like, okay. That's a no.
It's like a red flag, isn't it, for commitment as well?
Yeah.
Which is fine, but that's why I always set people up. If someone's talking that way, I'll always say, right, we're going to nail the 2 sessions first before we even think about committing to the 3rd one.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the future of fitness or more about flexibility? I'm going to put it in almost, I don't mind if every session was at home if it meant that they were really committing to their goals.
And getting after it, yeah.
But I feel it's an easy way of getting excuses into structure.
Yeah, I could see that. I could see that there'll be more excuses in that. I think having a little bit of flexibility is good for those who have jobs that are like in an office or at home or
See you, big fella.
See you, legends.
See you,
Take it
Charlie.
easy, mate.
Enjoy your day. So at home or, you know, like working in the office or at home, if they have that flexibility to be able to go, right, well, I'm actually working from home today, I'm just going to jump out into the gym and train, or
Yeah.
because since COVID, everything has changed. There's a lot of people working from home now so many
Yeah.
days, and there's a lot of people working in the office so many days. So create this structure so that you are working both, but you might work out at a gym that's close to work, so you get it done. And then you might work out at home if you're working from home. So,
Yeah.
but you're still creating a structure.
I quite like, in a way as well, I quite like, it's easy for us to say because we're typically more erring towards resistance training in a gym environment.
Yeah.
Both with our training and our clients. But I quite like the detachment from it being like, this is like my hour or my 45 minutes or whatever. And it's, I go here, do that really intense thing and then leave.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's detached from your home life. It's detached from, and I just feel like you've got more potential to commit to that session
Mm-hmm.
if you can pull some of the other life noise away from it.
Yeah,
No,
you
I'm
can
not
actually
saying,
concentrate. Yeah.
like, I know it's difficult, like you've got young kids or like it's hard to get time away from the house or from the office, or there's lots of different things can come into it. But I quite like the detachment
From home.
before we even talk about the mental side of it and having a rest from the noise.
I was going to
Literally
say
the noise in my
we
house.
did a chat about health the other day and what health stands for with your physical, mental, and social health. You know, you got sort of three sort of roughly pillars under it.
Yeah.
So by removing yourself from home life, whether it's group fitness, gym training, or sports or whatever, you've got that social aspect happening.
Yeah.
Whether or not you see like chat to someone in the gym, you might just say good morning and get back to your workout or whatever.
But it's a different
But you've
environment.
still got that little bit of semi-social happening. And obviously your mental health and stuff comes with training, with working out, with feeling better and releasing those endorphins and stuff. So you've got that happening opposed to being isolated at home in your own gym.
Yeah. Look, there's absolutely evidence of people that can do both and can go and crush a garage gym workout. And if that's how you make the time to do it, then like all power to you. I just know anecdotally from what I've seen that it's quite hard to separate the two and make that gym work, wherever it may be, as productive as it should be if you're committing to a fitness goal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, so like personally, I don't think I'd be able to do it.
Like COVID was a different scenario, so I did it during COVID as well. And I got
Yeah.
in like grey shape just doing, you know, I had a weights bench and chin up bars and all that kind of stuff. So I was lucky, but you can do it and it can work. But there's a difference between people that'll go, oh yeah, I'm going to do this. And it never really,
Yeah, I was
happens.
very fortunate, like through COVID, like you said. The gym that I trained at hired out their equipment
Yeah.
because they had to close. So they hired out their equipment. I hired some of their stuff and did my workouts at home because I had to.
But that's the level of commitment you've got as well.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Which a lot of people, sort of, you know, a lot of the world struggles with. So I guess, yeah, we're what, agreement that if that's what makes it work and that's what you feel you have to do, then do it. But in an ideal world, look for structure and separation.
Mhm.
Would you agree?
Yeah, I think I'd agree with that. Like you say, if it's the only thing that you can make work and you're getting your physical activity in by training at home, 100%. It's got to be what works for the individual.
Yep. Okay, we are flying through this. Question number 5. Nutrition meets fitness. How much is the rise of high protein snacks and supplements and gut health products actually impacting performance versus just being clever marketing?
Most of it's clever marketing.
Yeah.
Um, I think some of it has value, some of it doesn't. So for someone that's not getting their protein intake in a day, yes, take some supplements, get some protein in or whatever.
Yeah.
If you can get your protein intake in, your carbs intake in, and everything else, then that's fine. Use your nutrition. Utilize your fresh fruit, veggies, meats, etc.
Yeah.
Everyone's trying to make a buck, so you're going to have marketing out there to really promote that.
I think, yeah, like obviously you're probably way ahead of me. I'm not a marketing guru by any stretch. I think you're always going to have companies out there that will spot little trends or niches that they can exploit, or little demographics of people that they can go, okay, we're going to target this group of people and this is the product we're going to try and push.
Mm-hmm.
And then whether or not that's actually the best thing for performance, yeah, it's not necessarily their number one aim. Their number one aim is sales. However,
especially when it comes to the gut health.
yeah, like I think obviously we are getting more educated about gut health, and it is such a big thing, as an important thing. Sorry.
Yeah.
But a lot of the products I've seen marketed are actually exactly what you said about nutrition. They're if we talk about big levers and small levers again, big levers being let's make sure we've got a nice, balanced, nutritious, fuel-rich diet, vitamins and minerals aplenty. And then if we want to, or we're slightly deficient somewhere, or we're consuming more of this because of our training model, add in the supplement. Whereas most people flip that on its head and go, okay, I'm hitting the gym this many times a week, I'm going to have this supplement, this supplement, this supplement, and their diet's absolute shithouse in the background. The supplements aren't going to.
No.
First of all, do what they're advertised. They're not going to fix
like,
anything. They're not going to,
yeah. Nutrition and stuff first. Like your subs and that are only going to do very minuscule amount of help in your nutrition space. Like, I don't know the numbers, but I'll just throw a number out there. Like 0.5%.
Yeah.
That's how much that's actually going to help.
Which
like,
is really important if you so by the same token, if we do have everything else in place, and we're looking for the difference maker, supplements can be amazing
then
things.
It's going to help. Then it's actually
I use supplements.
Yeah, so do I.
But I'm not using them naively enough to think that they're replacing what should come first and foremost.
Mm-hmm. Like we've spoken about it before, I don't use protein powder.
Yeah.
I don't use a protein supplement. I get it in my meals.
Yeah.
So the only time that I probably would, which I haven't for ages, is if I made some protein oats or something.
Yeah, yeah.
I'd add a little bit of extra protein to that meal.
Yeah.
But I haven't made that for ages. I have eggs on toast.
And that's how I, push things with my clients, with my own stuff. Like absolutely whole food sources first.
Mm-hmm.
Supplements can be amazing tools, but again, don't let them come
before
the big levers are pulled.
Yeah.
The other one worth noting on that same conversation, though, is like with marketing, it's not necessarily just what we would call them sports supplements, but people will go to their local supermarket and see a protein bar, which is, first of all, it's in the health aisle. Second of all, it's with like quite often alongside like vitamins, minerals, sports supplements and stuff. And they go, magic, I'm taking care of myself. And that protein bar, and I'm only using a protein bar as an example, but could have twice as many carbs in as a regular muesli bar or
of some description.
Yes. And that's where I have the marketing thing is really like exploiting people's better nature.
But it's also understanding how to read the nutrition labels on those as well, which a lot of people don't. So it might have 10 grams of protein on the front. So it's a 50 gram bar, just throwing numbers out. And it says 10 grams of protein in this bar when you read the front of it. When you actually go and read the label, it's 10 grams of protein per 100 grams.
Yeah.
So it means that in that bar, there's actually only 5 grams of protein. Yeah. And that comes down to that marketing question that we did before as well. So actually understanding what you're buying, what you're using, what you're putting in your body, instead of going, oh, yep, that's a good bar, that's 10 grams of protein, that's going to put me up. And then you look at the calories on the bar per serving, because the bar's a serving size, and it's like 300 calories.
Yeah. Think of what you could get, like
You get
what meal you could
whole
have
meal in for 300
for 300 calories with all of your macros in it.
And especially when, you know, a lot of clients and stuff, members and things, and they're asking about nutrition, they're like, want to lose a bit of weight.